Welcome to This Week in Retro Gaming, and boy, has it been a huge week. Today, we've got for you a new AI tool that'll help you find the best deals in home arcade, two huge releases in home arcade video pinball, some modern retro hardware, and more. So, stick around and let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, click subscribe. First up, I want to talk to you about a new AI tool called the Home Arcade Deal Scout. This tool, and let me bring up a demo real quick. What this tool is powered by ChatGPT, and it's one of their new GPTs that you can enable. So right now, in order to use this tool, you do have to have uh, a Chat GPT Plus subscription, which runs $20 a month. But soon, if you're not a Chat GPT subscriber, because they do have a hold right now on new subscriptions due to high demand, uh, Microsoft's Copilot, which is available in their Edge browser and at copilot.microsoft.com, will allow you to enable these GPTs free of charge for the ones that will be free, like this one. So, what this tool does, it allows you to search via natural language uh, for deals. So, right now, the tool is set up to look at Arcade One Up and at games to find the best deals on their website. And we're in the heart of Black Friday, so there are all kinds of deals running. As you can see here, it's easy to use. And when you start, you can be prompted with a few example prompts, or you can type your own. In this example, we'll just hit what Arcade One Up products are on sale. The tool goes out to Arcade One Up, and then the AI analyzes what products are posted and what's on sale. And you can see here it's hitting our big Black Friday deals at Arcade One Up. Next up, I'm going to ask it what at games products are on sale. And again, it's going to go out to at games website, look at all the deals available, and then give you the best ones. And so, in addition to all these sales, each one has a link if you're interested in going to buy the product. And more than just these generic, hey, I want to know what's on sale. You could actually ask for specific products. You could ask information about the product. You name it. This is a large language model driven AI that is specifically designed for home arcade deal finding. The initial release um, targets specifically Arcade One Up and at games, but it is being expanded into other retail outlets. So, speaking of uh, Black Friday sales, let's take a quick look at uh, some of the big sales going on right now. Over at Arcade One Up, on late last week, they announced a whole slew of deluxe cabs on sale. So we have the Class of 81 Deluxe that is on sale for 20% off. That's $100 off at $399. That also, you can also get the other deluxe cabs like Mortal Kombat 2, Pac-Man, uh, for that $399. Also, the Galaga Deluxe and the new Street Fighter 2 HS5 Deluxe are on sale for $50 off. And then, of course, the brand new NBA Jam 30th anniversary or tournament edition is also on sale. That one is $50 off down to $599. Once again, Blitz, which seems to always be on sale, is 25% off, and the Collectorcade, the Pac-Man Collectorcade, is currently 30% off. Over at Games, we have some great things on sale. First up is 2 new pinballs, and we'll talk about those in a minute, but they are now available for pre-order. $200 down and then, 1099 later, I believe. Uh, Next up is the Legends 4K, sound kit, and that is going to be $50 pre-order. Um, the arcade control panel is on sale, for 45% off, and that's for your either, Legends HD pinball or 4K pinball. This removes the, control pad for navigating the menus with an arcade stick and buttons in case you want to play arcade games on your Legends pinball. In addition, there's 25% off on all 4K, pinball packets. There's some deals on, Pinball Net subscriptions for 4K and HD. Um, Also on the HD side, the Ultimate Mini is on sale for 31 third off. The Legends Pinball Micro is a third off, and the Gamer Pro HD is marked down to 139.99. So there's lots of other stuff on sale. I invite you to try the the home arcade deal scout. It's available right now for Chat GPT Plus subscribers. Just click explore, look for GPTs, or there is a link in this video. That's the easiest way to get it. You just click on it, it'll take you right to it. If you're a subscriber, it'll launch you right in and you're good to go. Next up, let's talk about these new At Games Legends pinballs. First up is the new Dinosaur Dynasty. This is a standard edition, so it is not a limited edition or a collector's edition. It is available for pre-order now. As you can see, it is based on one of the popular natural histories, which is a uh, unique title developed by At Games. It is not an existing IP. Uh, it looks good. I mean, it's not a known AAA IP like a lot of people were hoping for, but it is a good looking pinball table. It does have some cool like raptor scratches on speaker grills, and of course, it does have a light up topper. It's going to have that builder's plate and everything that was on the uh, Adams Family that went pre-order a couple months ago. Next up is the first of our FX Legends 4K collector's editions. This is the second Zen table, but this one is specifically titled the collector's edition, and it is the Peanuts. This one is very nice looking. Peanuts isn't my cup of tea, but this is one of the best designs. I think it stands out. The yellow really pops. You've got, of course, Snoopy and all the Peanuts characters, Charlie Brown, Linus, and gang. This is a really nice looking pinball. Uh, Not much else to say about it. It's on pre-order right now, $200. I think for the next, uh, I believe it's another 2 weeks. I could be wrong. I don't have it right in front of me. Where you can order it for that discounted price, a total of $12.99, so 200 now and 1,099 when it ships. And these are set to ship, I believe, in March for these two. So next up is another really interesting addition to the home arcade lineup, and that is Unico's Nova Blast. This is a new candy cab just announced earlier this week. And these photos are courtesy of Retro Ralph, and you may have seen others talk about this cab, but this is an all metal candy cab that is for your home, but it does come with an actual working coin mechanism. So who knows? Maybe this could actually be deployed. It is essentially a monitor and controller only, so it allows you to hook up things like JAMA, Windows, Xbox, PlayStations, you name it, the console. There's hookups in here to connect this up. so you can enable your own gaming on this candy cap. Uh, the uh, the base and the top are separate, and there's not yet been a release date, but the screen is a 26-inch screen. It's 1440 by 1080. It does feature Sanwa sticks and buttons. It has with it a horizontal and vertical mode, so you will be able to tilt this screen for vertical games or put it back to horizontal for standard games. And as I mentioned, um, it does have the JAMA PC console ready plugins, real coin mechanism, and of course, it is a bar top for the full arcade. So this is a pretty interesting product. I'm very excited to see this. If uh, One of the really cool things is they will be coming to my town in less than 2 weeks. And so I will likely have a chance to play this. I will capture what video I can and try to get some interviews with the Unico team to talk about this new product. And I will have that for you. So if you're interested, again, you want to see that video, you want to see that content, go ahead and click subscribe. Make sure hit that ring the bell for the alert so you'll get that video when it is released. Uh, now let's turn a little bit over to some modern retro and all the new hardware that came out this week. There was a ton. So first up is the PlayStation Portal. And for those of you who missed it, I did do an unboxing video earlier this week. You can go ahead and check that on the channel. Uh, to say the least, the boxing's great, but I really struggled getting this thing started and configured. It was very frustrating. I had issues with linking it to my PlayStation because of my account. I couldn't get the QR code to work for some reason. It was just a nightmare. But once I got it set up, it was even worse. The quality was terrible. I was having issues with it on the Wi-Fi, constantly disconnecting. I was not a happy camper. And so I imagine a lot of people may have issues with this device. When I gave it such second chance, right? I spent more time with it. Um, Found out that my PS5 was not connected wired, even though it was plugged in. I actually had to go switch that to actually use the wire connection. Once I did that, it corrected all the graphics anomalies I was having, and it started playing perfect. No more dropped frames, no more button lag, no more disconnects. I put it through its paces. I played some action adventure games like you see here with the original Spider-Man HD on PS5, the HD remaster version. Um, Also played some, let's see, first-person shooters. You're seeing RoboCop Rogue City here. It played really well. Don't know how well it would do in, say, Call of Duty Online, but I because of the latency you'll get with streaming anyway. But it did play really well. It feels good. The controller is light. The screen is bright. The graphics are beautiful. And again, it's price point 199. It is a kind of a niche product. There are alternatives. This is basically just a fancy controller. It has no real capabilities to play anything without a PS5 and a Wi-Fi connection. So the market for this is very niche. I'll say the least. My wife's really enjoying it. We She plays a lot of Little Big Planet, and so of course we took the platformers for a spin on this. Also is really works really well. I mean, nothing beats playing on a TV, right? But for those that want to sit and play their games on their couch, watch something else on TV, this is a good solution. It doesn't use your cell phone, though you can get, the backbone uh, adapter, or you can connect Bluetooth to a cell phone and then use the PlayStation app to do remote play on your phone. That's a good alternative if you want to save a few bucks. But again, if you want to free your phone, free your TV, this is a good alternative. It's not horribly expensive at $200, but it was, you know, a. I think it's working pretty well. I'm mixed on whether it was a good purchase or not. We'll see how much use I actually put into it. But I did want to take a look at that and share that with you all on the channel. So next up, let's talk about another device uh, in the modern retro, and that is the Atari 2600 Plus. So this was announced several months ago, but and a lot of early release review copies went out this week. The embargo lifted, so people were able to talk about it. And then, of course, Friday this began shipping, so people have started receiving it. I did get a note from Atari that mine will likely not arrive until the first week of December. But this people are getting them. You're starting to see actual consumer reviews go up online, and so far it's looking pretty good. There's a really good uh, the immortal John Hancock has a really good video. He's a huge Atari 2600 collector, so he puts the device really through its paces with home brews and some really rare titles that Atari themselves didn't even have a chance to beta test. So check out that video if you get a chance. But so far the reviews look good. Um, the Atari 2600 was my first console, but I was like 4 years old when my parents got it for me, so I played it. But it's not super nostalgic for me. Really, the NES is really the first video game console that um, really changed things for me. But the Atari does have some decent titles on it. There are still people like you see here, Mr. Run and Jump. That is an actual new release. That's a game that's on other titles, but this is the first time it is being released on the 2600. And so for those interested in that, uh, new modern games or new retro games, the 2600 Plus is a good solution. It does not use the same emulator that is currently out there on other things like the Retron 77. So it does play more games than that. Um, what else can I say about this? I mean, there's Zerk is another game releasing at launch. You've got the 10-in-1 that comes with it. If you get the paddle controller pack, it comes with another 4-in-1 game. And then, of course, you can take original hardware and original games and plug this right into it. But again, homebrew, emulator carts, things like that do not necessarily work on this. Some homebrew games will, but all those extra kind of homebrew devices probably not going to work on it. And then yesterday, and now when you're viewing this, I guess not yesterday, but Friday, and it's already sold out at this point, so chance you've likely missed it. But the Analog is out with their new line of analog pockets. So this is of course, a device that has been out for some time. But we've got the new classic colors. So this is, I guess, meant to replicate Game Boy colors. And so here you have these monochromatic with the yellow, for example, with the yellow skin. You also have the yellow thumb pad and yellow buttons to match. Um, these sold out relatively quickly. I think the pink one lasted till about 5 Central Time before it sold out. But of course, as with most things analog, they sell out rather quickly, and probably 90% of the ones that were sold are sitting on eBay. So if you're interested in getting one of those, I'm sure you can pay some scalper a premium of 50 to 75% premium to get one. But there you have it. So that's the really the big news this week. I wanted to touch on that, go through that. Um, just keep you updated. This is probably a new series I'm gonna do, uh, starting here on out, but it will be Sunday mornings. Uh, I'm just trying this out right now to see how it feels, what I want to talk about each week. But definitely tune in, check for those. It's going to become Sunday morning, like I said. Do that whole like beat the press news hour kind of thing on Sunday mornings and talk home arcade and retro video games at that time. Before we go, I do want to leave you with something a little interesting. I saw this um, I saw this game announced last week, and I immediately had to jump into it to check it out. It is pretty interesting. Um, I'm sure some people will be offended, some won't. I think it's hilarious. It's tongue in cheek, but let's check it out. Uh, second here. All right. Hopefully, let me make sure I shared here with the make sure I'm sharing here with the audio. I want you to seeing this as half the yeah. So got tab audio on. Alex. All right, this is the NWO Wars.
First came Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Super Mario Brothers. And now the ultimate retro nostalgia throwback game. I present to the
All right. So before we go that, notice he throws out some retro games here at the beginning that they're comparing themselves to and calls this Super Mario Brothers. I don't know what this is. It looks like um you know what Joe and Mac or something mixed with some Mario. So it looks like a homebrew or a hack. Obviously, it's not Super Mario Brothers, but thought that was interesting.
Super Mario Brothers. And now the ultimate retro nostalgia throwback game. I present to the world Alex Jones's New World Order Wars. They're turning the friggin' frogs game. I'll eat your ass, you Nazi scum.
There's a for measure there, right? There's a little George Soros, and of course we have our COVID bats.
Let's free the patriots and defeat the globalists.
There's a little Mark Zuckerberg trying to censor you.
We are going to defeat the global.
And of course, you know, what would be an NWO Wars game without Donald Trump in it, right?
Defeat the globalists very bigly. This game is mostly peaceful. Woo! I'm going.
This is a game that basically, and of course here he's you see him going after Bill Gates. This is a game that is entirely based on Alex Jones memes. Obviously not taking himself too seriously. It's totally tongue in cheek. I know depending on your politics, some people may get offended by this, but it's just a humorous game to me that somebody threw this together. It's obviously not listed in any real game stores, but it's supposedly available on iPhone, Android, and on your PC.
Going to lower the world's population.
The cost, of course, is $17.76.
I'm taking you down, rapist.
Of course,
I did
here
not
we
have
have
sexual
Bill
relations
Clinton
with that
on
sexual
Island.
Download it now at AlexJonesGame.com because, as we all know, anything badass gets censored.
All right. So enough of that. Just wanted to share with you a silly new modern retro game that is, again, pretty much pure ridiculous. But if you're interested in checking that out, feel free. It's a pretty short game. You could probably play through the whole thing in under 10 minutes. It's obviously meant to be a joke and to get attention, but it is pretty interesting. So out of everything we talked about this week, what are you most interested in? I'm really excited about the AI home arcade deal scout, right? To bring a little AI to the deal hunting and see if we can really make that something successful that can help you get the best deal for your buck. I think the new 4K tables from Legends look great. They're not necessarily my cup of tea. They're probably not what most collectors were looking for. I'm sure there are some peanuts, lots of peanuts collectors out there, but are they also virtual pinball enthusiasts? So hard to say what the market for on that is. I think a lot of collectors really anticipated more AAA titles, things like Indiana Jones, uh, Twilight Zone, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Some of these tables that Zen Pinball has that are uh, really copies of actual tables where they do have a Peanuts table, but it's a purely virtual. It never had a. It's not based on any real pinball, so not too sure how exciting that is for people. I certainly hope they're successful because I would love to see them actually release an indie or one of these big titles that they do have the rights to. They have South Park tables and some others that they could probably roll out if they so choose. Um, and of course, I'm excited to see the 2600 plus whenever I get my hands on it. Glad that's out. So, and of course, one other thing I didn't really mention, but when we talk modern retro, obviously this week was the release of Mario RPG Remake on Switch. I never played the original on Super Nintendo, so I am excited to try it out. Uh, I have it, but I have not fired it up. I finally completed Mario Wonder today. I had waited a while on that because I was doing Spider-Man 2 and then started Rogue City or the RoboCop Rogue City. So now with Mario Wonder behind me, I'm looking to jump into Mario RPG and then Star Ocean Second Story R. I got both of those waiting. I will be interesting because I'll be playing Star Ocean on PlayStation Plus most likely because I did get it for PS5 and I don't really care about playing that in full 4K. So 1080p up on my couch sounds like a winner for that game. So again, interested in hearing what you're excited about, what you think of this week's news. Any other topics you want me to cover as we talk about this? There's, like I said, I like it's weird to try to shoehorn in AI news in this since it's so specific on modern gaming. There's been huge news in AI. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, who produces ChatGPT, was fired Friday, right at the close of business, and then now we're hearing news over the weekend that they're trying to get him back because it's starting a mass exodus within the company. Microsoft, who's invested billions of dollars in OpenAI, is blindsided by the announcement. So it's been an interesting and chaotic weekend for AI news. Doesn't really fit into the this week in retro gaming concept we have going here, but I do plan on doing an update or an announcement about the a video about the Sam Altman exodus as it plays out a little more. I don't want to do a whole ton of videos and minute by minute news. I don't think it's worth that. But as each day goes on, we're hearing more and more leaks from within the organization, members of the board, and things like that that are leaking what's happening. It's interesting because there's a string of companies that seem to be going through these ousters recently. So it's hard to say what's happening where why all these nonprofits are just randomly ousting people with OpenAI. I mean, I think they're being evaluate valued at around $80 billion. They're at the height of their popularity. They are leading the world in artificial intelligence. Like, last year is when they really kind of opened the doors on ChatGPT, and in the last year, AI has just gone nuts as a result. Um, so it's really strange to take a company that is like on a rocket ship to the and then kick out one of the founders, kick another founder off the board. Like it's just fishy and weird. And so we'll see how that shakes out and how it affects that company, and the future of AI as the next weeks and months and years roll out. So I'm done rambling. I could talk all day about this stuff. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Um, hit that like button on your way out. And again, have a great week coming up. I know Thanksgiving is just around the corner here in the US. So enjoy time with the family, enjoy the football, and I will catch you on the next one.